In this video, we are going to go over the EPS Carry and the 507K and which I prefer and why. The best way you can support the channel is by joining the kit page where I link all of my builds and everything I talk about, and a huge thank you to the channel sponsor US Arms Co. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Which one do I like more? The EPS Carry takes the win overall for me, but I think there are pros and cons to both. So let's start with the EPS. I love the minimal logos, the enclosed housing that makes it way easier to clean dust off. The dot itself is super clear, the battery door on the side is great, button placement is great, and overall the quality is excellent. In my opinion, the biggest pro over the 507K would be the ease of cleaning, as there aren't annoying crevices that dust can get captured in. The site picture looks pretty identical to the 507K, and you have all the same tech on the inside. With both options being pretty close in price, right now the EPS is around $350 and the 507K is like $320. I would say at this point it's really a preference thing, but ultimately I personally give the win to the EPS based mostly on how easy it is to wipe dust off. A con would be it's a tad bulkier, but not in any way that doesn't make sense. Some would even call it a pro for robustness, but there is also a second piece of glass now that you have to worry about, so I would consider that to be its biggest con. Now, I've used and loved the 507K for years. It's a fantastic carry dot and it's been great for me. I personally don't love the logos that they plaster all over it, and I hate the dust problem, but overall it's a solid option. I wouldn't discredit either one, honestly, mostly because I've used this one for so long and know its reliability. Ultimately at this point, that's why I think it's a preference thing. I think you would be just as happy with either one. Just pick the pros and cons that matter to you more. I know you're probably curious about the build that the dot is sitting on, and I'm planning on making a whole video reviewing this, so make sure you're subscribed because I've been looking forward to this build for a long time. Honestly, I could go in depth on the specs of both one and all of their features, but there are plenty of videos out there doing just that. I know this video was pretty short, and hopefully it lets you see both and get a good idea of which may work best for you. I'm happy to make any type of follow-up video answering any of the questions that you leave in the comments. To keep it nice and simple, honestly, I think they're both great options. I personally prefer the EPS only because it's easier to clean. So again, just find the one that you like more and buy that one. So that's the quick look. Red dots are cool, but if you aren't training with them, you're not going to be able to effectively protect innocent life. So head out to the range and run some drills. You are your own best defense. I'll see you in the next one.